So Nintendo has recently made a video announcing the release date of Wave 3 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as well as announcing new courses for Wave 3. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. So, this video just starts off like any wave, start your engines and shit. Then we gotta look at Maple Treeway. This used to be one of my favorite tracks on Mario Kart Wii, and one of the most annoying tracks on 150cc. Since I've always used lightweight characters, so I've always got bumped off the track. And technically any track can be annoying in Mario Kart Wii 150cc. And it makes sense that Nintendo would put this in Wave 3, since we are in that fall-ish, winter-ish type season. Then the next track, it was the 3DS version of Rainbow Road. Which I ain't gonna lie, this caught me off guard. In my opinion, if Nintendo would have added, another Rainbow Road, it would have most likely been, like Mario, the Wii version or the DS version. Or maybe even the GBA version. But either way, this was a win-win for me, since I was a Mario Kart 7 fanatic since I didn't have a Wii U. And I really like this track. I mean, I think it's, a low-key good track. And then after that, we got Boot Lake. Now, I've never played this track before, not in the GBA, nor in, Mario Kart Tour, so I'm probably the last person to talk about this. So I'm probably a bad person to give an opinion about this track. It looks like a pretty good track, since it's supposed to be, like this Spooky Boo theme track, which, I like Spooky Boo theme tracks, I think there was one in, Mario Kart Wii. So I would definitely want to play that track when Wave 3 comes. Berlin Byways is also here from Mario Kart Tour, and this is also a track which I cannot, express my full opinion on, since Mario Kart Tour doesn't work on my fucking phone for some reason. It used to, but then Nintendo just added something that, completely just cannot work. The track looks pretty cool to race with, there's, moving cars, there's basically thwomps crushing you, if you're like that into the corner. Pretty sure it would get chaotic in 200cc. And then we got Rock Mountains. Also one of my favorite tracks on Mario Kart 7. This shit looks lit as fuck. The fucking opening just literally gives me nostalgia when this track showed. It literally brings me back to the good old days, when the only thing I cared about was gaming. Now I'm just depressed, alone, and looking at my friends who are getting bitches instead of me. Then we got Peach Gardens, another absolute classic. I absolutely loved the layout when I was little. It literally reminded me of like a maze of some sort. And having the Chimchops, like out there roaming around, literally made it a little bit more fun when I was little, since, I wasn't that good of a driver. And the music was lit as fuck. I mean, it literally reminds me of like, Royal French garden or some shit, going outside, French Royal. Being royal and French, might get your head chopped off. So yeah, pretty much overall, a pretty good track, pretty nostalgic track for me. Next we got London Loop, and it's another Mario Kart Tour track, which I do not know. The only thing I'm gonna say about this track is that there isn't enough rain. It is also a certified British moment in it. And finally we got Merry Mountain. Now I ain't gonna lie, this is a good choice from Nintendo, since it is almost about that time of year, the holidays, and it's also about that time that it's gonna begin to snow. So it's a good pick, and though I don't know much about this track, since it's also a Mario Kart Tour track, I think it's gonna be good. Though I ain't gonna lie, I would've, sort of a little bit would've liked, Sherberland. Or DK Summit, I think it could have been a little bit better if they added DK Summit, I ain't gonna lie. But either way, this is a very good pick, for the holidays, gets it in, in the mood. Pretty nice. So yeah, this is a pretty good wave. And keep in mind, this wave is releasing on December 7th. So it would be releasing in like 2 weeks or so. So yeah, I mean, overall, these are pretty good tracks. But what do you guys think? Until next time, I'll be here beating my meat.